back. Hopefully, I don't really know how long this is gonna last. So the main reason I made this account was so I can share something I'm super passionate about. If you know me, you know that I'm super passionate about music. And the reason why I stopped was just because I didn't have time. But this is going into the last couple weeks of school, and then summer is gonna hit, and I'm gonna be working from home, which is super nice. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I've realized that this is something that I want to do. I don't really care about how big I get. I'm not like expecting anything huge from this. It's just something that I'm really passionate about, that I really want to do for myself and for the 19 subscribers I have. Shout out to you guys. Basically, little life update, at least in terms of music. So after I stopped making YouTube videos, which was like 10 months ago, I started an Instagram page where I would just basically post reviews, like pretty short blurbs along with like a score and like my favorite tracks off the album, least favorite tracks. That whole account is something that I really enjoy doing. Like I got something out of that I never thought I would have. I've actually made like a lot of friends in the music community, at least on Instagram. Everyone's super cool. I love seeing everyone's like opinions and their takes on different pieces of music. And honestly, the coolest thing to happen to me from this account was, it was maybe a couple months into starting the account. I was getting decent traction, like nothing huge, but I don't know, like maybe 200 followers or something. This magazine Instagram page from the UK actually reached out to me. They were wondering if I was interested in doing reviews for them. And when I got that DM, I was like, no way. Like, this is crazy. Like, I never thought that people would be so invested into what I have to say about music that they would actually, like, let me write reviews for them. Especially, like, a real magazine company. They're called Still Listening Magazine. I'll link them all in the description. Definitely check them out. They're super cool. Everyone's super nice over there. I've written reviews like Luna Lee's new album, and they actually gave me the honors of reviewing Charli XCX's new Crash album, which is super cool just because I'm a pretty big Charli XCX fan. And I think the coolest thing to come out of that was they actually put me in their hardcover magazine, and they sent one to me like from the UK. Here's the little magazine that they sent me. Like this, the Luna Lee review, that's like my work, which that's so cool to me. I don't know, like I never thought that I would be in a magazine, like a hardcover, anything like that. Like that, it just think like this just blows my mind. And pretty much the only other update music wise in my life is I've started going to a lot more music fests and concerts, which it's always been a dream of mine to always be going to concerts, always be going to music festivals, because I love music. And back home in Hawaii, not all right, like no one would come do shows in Hawaii except like Bruno Mars, but that's just because he's like from there. Before moving to California for college, I had only been to a Bruno Mars concert. No, Chance the Rapper actually toured his 3 mixtape, and he came to Hawaii. That was super cool. Oh yeah, and I also saw Russ like sophomore year of high school.
That shit is natural to look at that and be like, yo, fuck is this?
I don't know, I really liked him at the time, but looking back at his music, I don't really know what I saw in him, but that's like a whole another hot take. It's probably not even the hot. Everyone, like, no one really likes Russ anymore. Coming to California, I definitely had made it a goal to go to more concerts and eventually make my way to a music fest. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. So pre-pandemic, in 2019, when I first came here, I went to 2 concerts. The first one was Blueface, who came to Slow, which that was super fun. He's actually like a super chill dude. Like I remember after the show, my friends and I were in line to meet him and actually have him like sign stuff. So when we first like got to the front and met him, he was drinking like he had like the double styrofoam cup, and he was taking like little sips out of it. So I was like, I kind of was joking with him. I was like, oh, like you have to lean or what's good, bruh? And he was like, nah, like this is herbal tea. It's for my voice after concerts. Like it helps soothe my vocal cords. And I remember just feeling, hell, nice. Like I didn't really know what to say, but yeah, he's a super cool dude. And then the second concert I went to was down in LA during like Thanksgiving break. I saw ASAP Ferg and Made in Tokyo, which super cool. Right after that, I didn't really get to go to anything else just because of like the whole COVID thing. And now that COVID has recessed a lot and vaccines are out and everything, live music is coming back. Concerts are happening, music fests have been happening. So I put my hard-earned Pizza Hut money to use, and I was actually fortunate enough to attend Coachella, King Gizzard concert that had Spelling opening for them, and the Smokers Club Fest. And it was pretty funny. It was like 4 weekends in a row. The first one was like Coachella, which is like all three, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then the following Sunday, I saw King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with Spelling opening for them. Love both of them. Also, they performed their new album Omnium Gatherum, which incredible album. If you haven't listened to it, definitely check it out. One of my favorites this year. Yeah, so that was dope. And then 2 weekends after that, I went down to San Bernardino to go to Smokers Club Fest, which was like a one-day, all-day thing. Super cool. And yeah, it's always really been a dream of mine to go to all these festivals and these concerts. And now that it's actually happening, like, bless. And this actually segues into what I hope is the future of this channel. I am planning on making a Coachella review vid as well as maybe a Smokers Club Fest, although there isn't as much to say about that one just because it was one day and not 3 days, because those were so much fun. Even though a lot of things didn't really work out in Coachella and Smokers Club Fest, which I'll probably touch on if I make a video about Smokers Club, with the whole Playboi Carti thing.
Attention, attention. Ladies and gentlemen, attention, attention. We have a safety issue going on in the...
Yeah, that kind of sucked, but what can you do? Playboi Carti fans are batshit insane, so whatever. Yeah, so I definitely want to keep making reviews and reactions, because I think reactions are pretty cool, because it shows kind of my thought process of when I listen to music and like how I listen to music, which I think is super cool. And the main reason why I want to get back into making YouTube videos is kind of like not an excuse, but a way to motivate me, because if you know me, every summer, or like every year or two, I'll pick up a new hobby and I'll get decent at it, like anywhere from decent to pretty good at it. Like 2 years ago when the pandemic first hit, it was skating, because I was like, I don't know, my brother skates, I figured it would be kind of cool. I got all right at it. I mean, like I could kickflip and heel flip on command. No, not kickflip, but I could heel flip on command pretty much. Once school started, I don't really have a lot of friends that skated, so I kind of stopped going often. And then a couple weeks ago, I tried to get back on a skateboard, and if I were to continue with that, I'd have to like relearn everything because I suck now. And then last year it was rock climbing, got super into rock climbing. Because a lot of my friends rock climb. I still go rock climbing, definitely go a lot more than I go skating, but it's definitely taken a noticeable decline. So I figured that my hobby this year, I've always wanted to learn a musical instrument. The last time I seriously played a musical instrument was in 6th grade in the 6th grade orchestra, and that ended very poorly because 1, I sucked, 2, I played viola, so I really didn't care, and 3, I was just kind of in it for credit and like to mess around with my friends. I remember like one of my last performances as a violist. My parents came to watch and they're like all excited to see me play and everything. Like in rehearsals right before the concert, my bow broke, like the bow that plays the instrument. It went all limp. So I couldn't like actually play any notes, but I was like seventh chair or something, so I didn't really contribute much to the orchestra, so it wasn't a huge deal. But for the performance, like I was like doing all the notes and like bowing and stuff, but there was no music that came out. So I told my parents after, like they're like, "Oh my god, like you did so good." I told them, I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't actually play a single note at the concert," and they were just like, "What? Like, why did we come to this?" pretty much. So yeah, I've always wanted to learn a musical instrument, specifically drums. I've always wanted to learn drums. I've always thought drums are super cool, but a drum set is a lot harder to get than like something like a guitar. Plus, drums are very loud, and I live with 3 other people. Granted, they'll be gone during the summer, but I still have neighbors, and I don't think they'd be very happy if I was just bashing drums the whole summer. I think I'd probably get a noise complaint or something. So I've kind of settled on either bass or guitar, probably leaning more into guitar just because it's like more applicable. And I don't know, both instruments are super dope, but yeah, so I want to figure that out. So my new idea slash goal for the summer is learn how to play guitar slash bass. And I think if I document my journey learning that, it'll help push me to not just be like, oh, I don't need to. Like, I learned like a couple songs. So I'd want to make some videos of me like doing covers of music that I really like. And kind of like the end goal I've set for myself is learning how to play Money So Big by Yeet on the guitar, because I saw a TikTok of a dude playing it and it was so sick. Like, oh my god, that video was so cool. Yeah, that's pretty much my goal for the summer. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have in mind going forward with this channel. A couple days ago, I was sleep deprived and it was like 5 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I went to McDonald's to like go get food because I was hungry and I was lazy. And on the way there, I was just like, you know what? Screw it. Like let's give this a real shot. Like I don't really care about how big I get or how many people I influence, but I re-logged into this account and I saw that my last video had like comments of people, or not, 2 comments I guess, but people were just like, oh, really like the review, and like strangers that I don't know or will never meet took the time out of their day to watch my video and then comment on it and be like, oh, this is pretty good. So yeah, that kind of inspired me. So hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, hit that follow button, go check out Still Listening magazine, go check out my Instagram page. Everything will be in the description, and yeah, looking forward to making videos again.